arrow spam's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Oh, look at all those people down there with their little sticks. I'm just gonna pew 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 pew.
Look at all their pointy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suggest if one of you can swim, that you go to retrieve his body. I think it would be wise if we buried it.
I dive in.
You dive in.
Mm-hmm.
What's your swim skill like, dude?
Is there a swim skill?
Yours.
Yep.
There's a skill for everything, isn't there?
If you don't have the swim skill, I suggest you don't dive in.
Yeah. That's a good point. My swim skill is I have 1 point in it. 1 point. And instead of plus
This
6.
is a fast flowing river. I have mentioned this to you. But you are strong.
Well, it's not that, not just that I am strong, but even if the river takes me down,
Alara,
just fly
you
back.
going in?
My swim skill's just as bad.
Okay, so let's check out Sakel. What's his swim skill like? I think his swim skill's all right. Okay. No, he's plus 6. That's same as you guys.
Yeah.
How you can just like poke one of you if she has the bear's strength or something, and just amp it up by 2.
Bear strength, level 2 spell.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah,
not on the cleric list.
It's on the cloud. Right, so
And it's bear's endurance. It's
Bear's endurance is con. There's like 6 of them. Don't bother getting.
There is.
There's the
I-
strength one that gives +4 to a strength.
Instead of trying to fight against the current, can I dive in further up the river and use the time of the current diving, dragging me back to reach the bottom, and then pick up his body and, you know,
I will give you a strength and fly check on that. You'll notice that Sir Kelly's swimming over to where the body fell. But yeah,
I'll stand by in case he needs to be picked up.
Airlifted.
Lift.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. That's very good. Now he's got something else he needs to do. Oh, there's no stopping this dude. Alright.
He'll go down, grab him by the scruff of the collar, and just
Yeah,
yank.
and just yanks him on.
and rolls a 32. Yeah.
He kind of just like tosses it onto the riverside.
Okay, you'll notice that the body, clearly a dead human.
Loot the corpse.
Just what's that?
Loot the corpse.
So the thing of most note is the armor. Does anyone have an appraise skill?
I believe Alara does.
It
Yeah, she can
looks like it needs,
appraise things.
so it looks like it needs.
Unfortunately, the armor.
But it is a full suit of chainmail, and it
Unfortunately, it has a few holes.
a strange shiny metal.
Yeah. I take the shiny metal armor.
It's got a few holes.
I remove the arrows first.
There are many.
You notice that my arrows are absolutely nothing special. It's not exactly clear how they've
Bullshit.
smashed through
Wow,
his
there's
arm.
absolutely nothing special about you or your arrows.
I feel that Tequinin should at least gain some of the spoils, Alara. I have to say, I have not seen
I
much power come from a bow before.
Well, his armor does not interest me. I do not tend to wear armor. It impedes my ability in flight.
I was not. Perhaps.
Very well. That is very generous of you, Tequinin.
The armor itself is intriguing to me. It says something in the back of my mind. I just can't remember it.
Yes, I do not know what this strange metal is that it is made of, but I suspect it is valuable in some way.
Shall we get back to the matter at hand?
Yes, you are quite
Does he
right.
have anything else
No,
obvious?
we can say he has nothing. He was literally wearing this and wielding what you already have.
Yes. I have a full he had a name. Scroll up. I have a full Davix set.
Yeah, you do indeed.
And I need a name so I can write it down.
Was he carrying any weapons?
Not visibly, no.
Odd.
Odd.
He claimed that I was carrying his weapon already.
That spear.
Yes.
Lance, maybe?
Looks like a strange pole arm.
It might be an idea to have my brother look at it. He likes his pointy sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing about Asana. They may get along well. It's hilarious because there's 2 cavalry assistants and 2 arrow spam characters.
Yes.
Alright. So once you have finished admiring what we have gained as opposed to what we have lost, perhaps we could get on with building this bridge. I
Yes,
would
yes,
like
of course.
to still be on this bank when the Warg Riders arrive. To Quinin, I do not know what help you might be able to give to Alara and the Teamsters, but if building a bridge is not to your skill set, then perhaps you could fly once more and see if you could locate these Warg Riders and ascertain again on how close they might be. I feel we are at the point now where determining that has become quite important.
Seems like, seems like you're well provisioned for manual labor, yeah, and now that the crossing, my ability to find them might be more useful.
That was my consideration, yes.
And with that, I'll flap my wings and take off.
This is not a good place to bury Donovan. I have some oils which I can use to preserve the bodies to somewhat until we find a more suitable spot. Yeah. Alara, my brother Sikel will give you what help he can with the building of the bridge. For
Yes, at this
myself,
stage, it's just a matter of strength and effort.
he has a strong arm, as you can see from what he has just pulled from the river.
Mm.
I will deal with his couch, which must be buried here and put to rest, so that the lady may give this Davik her full embrace.
Yeah, okay. Before you do that, one thing. I draw my scimitar and decapitate.
Higher? Oh,
I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
No, I decapitate the creature that is on the ground. Just to be sure.
Very well.
there were undead that go on without heads.
Yes. Very well. Now I hope you feel suitably at ease. I will
Not
get
100%, but I'll have to deal with it. But yeah, we build a bridge.
Okay. I have a. You've got some skill on this front, do you not?
Me.
Yes.
I have strength. I have construction. But it might be architecture. I don't know.
Construction sounds good.
May
16.
Okay. All right. It takes you 3 hours to build the bridge.
Okay.
However, you are happy that it will hold. So now it's just a question of how long it takes to get the caravan across.
Fair enough.
To Quinn, can I have a survival check, please, for you to confirm where you think these creatures might be?
How's a 30?
That's pretty good. Can you make a perception check now to look for them? And I'll give you a bonus with that roll.
23.
So they are they are moving swiftly. But they don't seem to be moving perhaps as quickly as they could, if that makes sense. So they are occasionally stopping and looking for tracks.
And they are indeed riding wargs.
They are indeed riding wargs. There are 7 of them. They are hobgoblins. They are wearing what looks to be leather armor. All of them have bows. And all of them on the kind of chest plate of their leather armor have a kind of an orangey red hand print. You also notice, curiously enough, that all of their hands are stained in that same colour. They aren't aware, you don't believe, of your presence. and are basically kind of conversing amongst themselves. They seem to have found some tracks that have excited them.
Yeah. I'll fly directly above them, so if anyone was to specifically look for me flying, since I am a big red dragon-looking lady, at least are able to infer with their position roughly.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to track them for a little bit.
Well, they've stopped their conversation, gone back on their walks, and are now carrying kind of on their way. You think it's now it's now kind of after you've flown here, it's now kind of mid-afternoon. You think they'll hit the river if that's where they end up going. They'll hit the river. It'll be night when they hit the river. Certainly before midnight. How much before midnight depends upon how much they stop.
I am thinking 7 of them. How many arrows am I carrying? What I'm thinking is I'm just going to drop a quiver of arrows just in their general, like directly on top of them from a few, if they stop from a few.
Thing is, because the body of an arrow is quite light, they'll just, it's not like dropping a rock. It'll just they'll just twist in the wind. The chance of any of them doing much in the way of damage is low. Because they're designed to glide through the air, so out the propulsion.
Question.
You'd be surprised how much one of those war arrows to be fired from a longbow actually weighs, but yes, they would veer.
Can you tell if they've got shorter longbows?
That's a good point. Bowyer, can I tell what kind of bow they're using?
They are composites longbows.
Composite longbows if they're mounted. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to use them from their mount.
No, they're composite longbows.
Which, unless they have anything special on their longbows, means I outrange them.
Shooting straight up means they have to use twice the range. Yeah, at least that's how it was in 3.5.
So I could potentially just harry them.
Pretty much. You could just sit like 100, 300 feet above them and just shoot all your arrows at them.
How annoying would that be? If they don't make camp by, say, sundown,
right,
I will stay 150 feet up, and from behind them, so drop back a bit, I'll loose one arrow at the rearmost on the party. followed by, and yeah, keeping up with them. Just a single arrow while flying.
How far away are you, dude?
150 feet up, say 40 feet behind.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. And you're aiming at the rider, yeah? Or at the
The
back?
rearmost rider.
Okay. So it gets to dusk, and they haven't camped. You let
Wang.
wang. You let loose your arrow, and it
Mhm.
thuds into the rear shoulder of this creature, which suddenly howls in pain, and there's sort of a degree of surprise and consternation around the group as they start to look around to see where this attack come from. They roll off their wargs and crouch down, almost trying to use their wargs as cover.
Arrow's flight distance is 150 feet, so it's 155.241746.
You can also take a -2 to your attack to increase it by another 150 feet. You can do that up until you have a -10. Because
Yeah.
rage
Hello.
elements.
I'm going to basically keep circling them effectively.
Okay. Can we just
Uh,
so you're gonna circle them? Yeah.
so basically, they think the attack came from the rear. Now I'm in front of them. And
How far in front of them?
say 50 feet, 60 feet, something like that. Basically, call it a big circle.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Right.
I
Welcome
see.
back.
I did some work.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
we just freeze on you to Quinn, although it is important what
Yep.
you're doing. Right. I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to close down your character sheet. And I will update you. You've used 3 of your channel energies.
Cool.
Basically, so what's happened is
I gave him a brief overview of y'all killed the dude, and how I told the rest of the undead to step off or get shivved.
yeah. So you're going to, if you've told them, you're going to bury this Davik here with proper rites of pharasma to basically put his spirit to rest.
Mm-hmm.
And you've said that he is probably not an appropriate place to bury Donovan, and you're going to use oils you've got to help preserve the body somewhat, and find a more appropriate place, because this is a place of ill.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing, whilst Alara is working with people from the caravan to build the bridge, which they've just finished. And you sent to Quininoff to go and check on the progress of 7 warg riders that De Quinin had seen approaching this general area on his flight back after his breaking fast with the Templar.
I imagine we're all actually across the river by the time this ranged attack starts happening. Considering the fact that he does it at dusk.
Sundown.
So it's down at sundown. It would have been. So you've certainly built. So in terms of you, Hire, and Sakel will be on the other side, certainly. But the caravan is still journeying. It will take quite a long time for the caravan to get across this bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of like you guys, yeah, you're on the other side of the bank. But the caravan, still has a few hours left.
Yeah. I have several endless light supplies, so
Whoops.
I can.
Sorry, I didn't mean to fire
No,
again.
that's fine.
I have several light supplies that I can use to aid in the crossing.
Okay.
So
Indeed. So sorry, Danforth, do you have any other questions?
I don't think so. Did Haya use any spells?
You didn't get a chance, to be honest. I mean, the group made pretty short work of.
Arrow spam.
Yeah. You notice that, both Alara and De Quinin seem to be unusually skilled.
On top of the enemy rolling horribly, the entire group rolled extremely well. So I guess the enemy used up all of their luck the last combat or some shit.
There is an element of that, yes. But anyway.
But yes, also the fact that Lockheed did crit.
Yeah.
at the end.
It's always helpful.
Haya's probably fairly chagrined that Donovan bit the dust.
Yeah, you've already basically said that.
Also, Alara is suspicious as to your race.
Yeah, well, Haya doesn't care. If Alara wants to come wide at her, she can do it.
Nice. So do these hobgoblins ever look up? Or
No, they are definitely looking up. They're looking up and all around them.
But shooting at them randomly from the sky in the dark.
It's not dark, it's dusk, but yeah, they're not in a fantastically good position.
which way is the sun? Because I'm trying to. So they were coming in from the northwest. Some would be setting.
Well, they were traveling northwest.
They were traveling.
They were traveling in a northwest direction.
Yeah, in a northwest direction.
Yeah, but they're coming from the east.
Yeah. So okay. My next arrow is going to come from the direction of the sun down, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So not quite directly in front of their path of travel, but slightly off to the left. 150 feet up, 50 feet away in a horizontal distance.
You're at one range increment.
Hmm?
You're at one range increment. With your bonus, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Theoretically, continuing doing this, how many arrows do you carry?
Quite a few. I think I carry like 60 arrows.
Eventually, they're going to spot you.
Eventually, yes, but until then, I'm going to
Not
harry
if they
their
keep doing that.
horse.
Just bear with me, guys. The cursor. Wait now.
A bit of a side note right here. Unless you have feats for it, which there are several feats for it, sniping gives a -20 to stealth checks.
Hmm?
Sniping gives a -20 to stealth checks.
Sniping.
Yes.
If you have a high enough stealth, if you have enough ranks in stealth, I think the Unchained skill unlocks help reduce that penalty.
I think it reduces it to like -5 at 10 ranks, but I'm going to check. Oh, at 5 ranks it reduces it by 10, so it's only a -10 to stealth. If you have 5 ranks in it.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Well, I'm trying to confuse them as to the direction from which the arrows are coming.
Okay.
In fact, maybe.
So a stealth roll might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay. They are looking this way and that. They have no idea what is hitting them.
Shall we
I
just
have
call
to
an X
point out
amount
that-
of arrows?
I just have to point out that, like, rolling at 20, they can't see that, even with the +10.
No, okay, so in Ego's game, rolling a 20 doesn't just mean success, like an automatic success, it just means
Yeah,
you get a +10.
adds 10, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That
yeah.
old bowl critting a dragon. Right, okay, and that's the second area that you've loosed, yeah?
Yeah. Shall we just call an X amount of arrows that I loose to
No,
keep
no, no,
them
no, no.
occupied
No,
for a moment of time?
Let's keep doing this.
Sure.
So that arrow does hit. It hits one of them in the leg, and they cry out. You are on a penalty to hit them, though, because they do have cover from their wargs.
Every time they try to take cover, unless they are directly hiding underneath their warg, I'm just going to move around to where they're...
Understood. It acts as even soft cover still gives you a -4, but they are at the moment they can't even find out where you are. So make a perception check, please.
Perception is here.
Now you are on a roll. Okay. One of them has disappeared, you think. You can only see 6 now.
Can I see tracks?
No sign of tracks. Can you see?
Odd. Still, delaying action as it's known. Loose another arrow. Let's see how long I can keep in here. Direction from which they most appear to be to cover.
Okay. All right. So you loose another arrow.
Twang. Not as good an arrow. This time.
Okay. That one misses and hits turf.
Yeah. No stealth roll.
Yes, please.
No stealth roll.
Survival guy, dude.
No stealth roll. Okay, that is good.
Okay. Yeah, they've definitely seen you now.
At this, I will fly away from the caravan.
You mean away from the group?
So yeah, away from the direction of the caravan, and you shoot on the run to keep firing.
Ooh, what should I see, dude? Oh, actually, no. Okay. All right.
Can I attempt to dodge that?
You can attempt to dodge that, yes.
$34.
Okay, pretty good, obviously, though, because that was a natural 20, that'd be 41.
Yeah.
Something kind of makes a strange kind of, almost kind of like someone's striking, like two pieces of flint together. There's a whole load of sparks that seem to come off. It's a very strange looking arrow. It's kind of much thicker than, almost like a tube. Seems to be kind of firing towards you. You kind of misjudge how quickly it's going to reach you as it's travelling a bit faster than you're used to.
Well, that's not good.
Please take, is that enough? Yes, please take 19 points of damage as it hits you in the back.
Can I use armor?
Exploding on you. You are engulfed in a kind of a screen of flame. What armor do you have, sir?
Well, obviously you're talking about
Monk.
monk.
Monks don't have armor, I believe. I will have a look at your character sheet for you
They've-
there.
Wisdom to AC and
Yeah,
Wisdom.
yeah, but that doesn't give you armor. That just makes you hard to hit. And you are normally quite hard to hit. You just unfortunately got hit by a crit.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been doing crits. It only seemed fair. Yeah.
Do you have natural armor?
No, not as a wyvern.
Not the type he is, anyway. It looks like you're taking that straight then, dude. And oh, hang on. Bear with me. Yeah, you've basically been engulfed by a ball of fire. And can you?
Fly test, probably.
Yeah, I'd like a fly check, please.
Oh. My God, my luck's run out.
You shit.
I
11?
drop.
Wee woo, Pharasman ambulance.
I dropped 10 feet.
Okay, you dropped 10 feet. Part of the reason you're distracted is because you are actually still on fire. Whatever was in that thing has some kind of sticky residue in it that has stuck to your hide and is continuing to burn. Please take a further 5 points of damage.
How far is the
4
river?
points of damage.
I need one of those arrows.
Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah.
You might even say it's gnarly.
A little bit now.
Yeah.
Can you make another flight check, please, as you are dropping and confused and in pain as you are on fire.
There we go.
There
There we go.
Marvellous, marvellous.
If I can fly, keep flying away.
And
Climb back up.
okay, can you please make a reflex check as you try and effectively kind of try and use the air around you to put out the fire.
Come on. There we go. 18.
You put out the fire.
We'll start zigzagging.
How much of this do we get to see?
None. Too far away.
But yes, basically make myself harder to spot. And fly double distance upward,
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah. Well, there we go. That was.
What the fuck?
Out of all the arrows they could have hit you with.
And they had to crit me on that as well. Like, if it hadn't been a crit, I would have evaded.
Yes. Yes, you were distinctly unfortunate.
Jesus.
But now
I
you are forewarned, though, about.
have to point out something.
Please do.
Did they confirm the critical?
No, they did not confirm the critical. I doubt they will, but we will try.
I just didn't see roll.
Well, I mean, they rolled a 20, so they get another +6.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Ah, I did not
No,
know that.
So they get another what?
They get another +6 because they rolled a nat 20 to a crit.
So they get a
Really?
plus. They get a what? A +6 to confirm.
Yeah. That's the new
Yeah,
crit
nat
rolls.
20.
I don't see that anywhere else, mate.
No, I've not seen that.
No, not in the
Yes.
automated systems, you don't.
It's not in the automated systems, it's in the rules addendums.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean the one I wrote. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Do you have any clue? Like, I know you have a clue, but like, you've been even that so many times. I don't think you remember what all's in it.
Yeah, time's passed.
Yeah.
Bear with me. You're quite right. It does say that in it.
I mean, that works well for us as well, but
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, they have to beat my...
They don't.
Hmm?
roasted.
They don't confirm.
Or should I say not roasted?
Not roasted.
So, how much...
I assume you're still
HP?
roasted.
You got an evade of 34, so they're always up against it. So yeah, so you're only part roasted.
So I don't lose... So that's the extra 3 HP.
No. So you took the 19 and the 5, but nothing else.
Okay.
Yes, you've taken 24 points damage.
Okay.
And if they weren't moving with a purpose beforehand, they're moving with a purpose now.
But to where?
Wow.
Because I'm moving away.
Yeah.
Are they chasing?
They are chasing him, absolutely.
Finding a river might be useful.
I am going to
Basically.
climb like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
150 feet, I'm going to keep climbing.
Okay.
Shallow angle climb. And yeah. Occasionally loosing an arrow behind me so that they just remember that I'm still there. But it's more of a case of Yoo-hoo! More than anything else.
Leave
You,
them on
you
a
can
merry
actually
little
get
jaunt.
to a height where they can't shoot back,
Hmm.
and you're only at a -5.
Yeah. That's what I'm aiming for.
But that is like 550 feet.
So only a few turns worth.
Oh, for each range increment you go by, that's a -2, not a -1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Each range increment I go by is a -1 because of my class. I reduce distance modifiers by -1 for each one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
oh, then you only have to go like 300
They've
feet
now,
to get out
yeah,
of range.
once they see
Shooting
you
straight
sort of
up is
shooting up,
painless.
once they see you shooting up, they will they'll watch you for a bit, and then they'll probably
They'll watch me throw another arrow at them.
yeah, that's fine. You want to fire?
Loose! Loose!
Man. They all look at you and they hold their red hands up to you. It seems to be some kind of gesture, some sort of promise or threat.
Can I do a cold shot into one of their hands?
Can do a cold shot into one of their hands.
What's the negative? To hit a hand.
Is it -5 or something? Can't remember.
There's only one person whose hand I've wanted to chop off, so I don't recall off the top of my head.
-5. Yeah. And you're doing this at some range, aren't you, already? So what penalties
Yeah,
are you?
so it's a -7 in total.
Alright, -7 in total.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
That would have been funny though.
That's good.
Just barbed arrow through his hand. It's like no.
Yeah, well, I don't know what. I have no idea what his AC is.
Hmm?
But 17's very far away.
Yeah.
17
Okay,
very far. Yeah.
They whirl and put distance between themselves and you.
I will keep track of them.
And how high up are you keeping track of them?
Like 350 feet.
Okay.
Or higher. Depending.
Yeah, high.
If I ever, that guy who had the fire arrow thing, anytime he looks back.
Yeah, it did not. Just to be clear, it did not. That did not look like an arrow when it came spinning towards you. It looked like it was some kind of cylindrical tube with fire coming out the back of it.
But like a
Whoa.
rocket.
Yeah.
Anytime that
Hobgoblins
guy.
with
Holy shit.
shoulder-mounted rockets.
Hobgoblins with surface-to-air missiles? Sign me the fuck up.
Anytime the moving SAM site looks my way, I am going to climb.
Okay.
I wonder if their anthem resembles the Russian anthem.
Yeah, Russian shuttle-launched rockets are shit.
Oh. Yeah. So.
Da, 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 da.
That
Okay.
was fun.
All right.
So, how long did I manage to keep them occupied for?
Good 2 or 3 hours. Certainly long enough to buy the caravan time to get across the
I built a bridge. I'm assuming we're going to recover these logs, yeah?
Build a bridge workshop.
Yeah, Tequinin doesn't come back for quite a while, but you
I is
may
concerned.
cross the river unmolested. Even if Tequinin had to pay for his distraction with some of his personal health. Okay, I think having successfully got across the river, we will call it a day there. So that was quite
I
an
will
event.
eventually return.
Yeah,